Okay, and we are live. Hey everybody, thank you all for tuning in. Just wait a minute to see if anyone else joins us. I'm going to be sending out a couple messages. How are y'all doing today? Hope everything's going all right for y'all on this fine April the 15th. Yeah, it's been a really busy month for me. I don't know about y'all, but class is in full swing. That means all their projects, they're coming to a close, finals week in like a couple of weeks. So things have been picking up pretty well. But we're hanging in there, you know? All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and start talking. Thank you all for joining me today. My name's Manuel Marcello, and I'm a digital media student at the University of Houston. Wanted to talk to y'all about the project that I've been working on. Little something I've been working on for a gentleman I met online by the name of Aaron Cross. I would also like to apologize for any confusion that I may have caused yesterday. Was originally planning on streaming this yesterday. Unfortunately, I was experiencing technical difficulties, had to postpone for today. And Aaron, Mr. Cross, he was supposed to join me yesterday. It was going to be a co-reaction, but unfortunately, he can't join us for today. But he sent me his thoughts. He sent me his little message, his introduction, all that, so I can share that with the rest of y'all for today. So yeah, anyway, I guess I should read his introduction first, just in case y'all haven't been able to see introductions on social media. So he says, hi, my name is Aaron Cross. I'm the co-founder and head of Illusory, a VFX and video production studio based in Houston, Texas. My team, though small, is made up of some of the most creative and talented people that I'm honored to have met and now count amongst my closest friends. No one or team is invincible, however. Recently, we've been working on a big project, our biggest yet. So daunting was our work that I was a bit worried from the get-go. While we have made good progress, it came to the point where I ran out of ideas on how to proceed. This spell of creative block was nasty, really nasty. I couldn't think of a thing. I was scrolling on Twitter to pass the time and maybe vent some frustration when I saw Emmanuel's retweet on Corridor's anime video from February. I commented about my creative slump. He responded. We went back and forth. And all of a sudden, I got swept up into Emmanuel's little project. I wasn't sure and even a little annoyed at first, but I thought, what the heck, and followed along. Good thing I did. Yeah, so Aaron, he's the owner, the head of a VFX and video production studio here in Houston, and he commented on as he said, he commented on a retweet I made about a channel called Corridor Digital's one of their projects, one of their videos. I'll explain later. But you know, what is this little project that he's talking about? It's this video that I made for him, which actually I will share with all of y'all now. Yeah. Let me share my screen with y'all so we can watch this together. This is a live screening that y'all are tuning into. Let's get this started.
I am the muse, or rather, the lack thereof, that haunts every mind, that leaves the writer's page barren, the preacher's manuscript desolate, the musician's instrument without sound, the painter's canvas abandoned, the creator without direction, without purpose.
All right, so y'all are probably wondering, what the hell was that? Yeah, so that video is titled The Anti-Muse. Right? So what the heck is the Anti-Muse? What is that? That's the same question that Aaron asked me in our conversation. He had commented on the post I made. We went back and forth, and he talked about how he found himself in a creative slump, and a really nasty one. And as a passing comment, as a fun little quip, I told him, so you've been visited by the Anti-Muse. And he was like, the what? I was like, the Anti-Muse. What it is my idea of it's the personification of creative slump, of creative block, right? Why have a personification of that in the first place? One tactic for dealing with problems that is effective for me, right? I've found is taking your problem, taking the issue you're dealing with, and giving it a name, right? You give it a name, you know what it is, you address it. Well, take it a step further, you give it a face, right? When you personify an issue like that, you have your story now has a villain that you are facing. That makes things more personal. When things are more personal, you understand them, you're closer to them, you understand them better, and you can come to a solution for that. And if none of that applies, if nothing else, it's just a fun, creative way to look at a challenge, to face a challenge, right? Another reason why I even made a video like this was, like I mentioned before, I reposted a tweet by Corridor. Corridor Digital is coincidentally another VFX and video production studio. They've been making videos, posting them to YouTube since I believe 2014, maybe 2013, around that time. And I've been watching their videos since. They're great work, fun team, fun guys. Very inspiring to watch. Both Aaron and I watch are followers of their channel. And something they regularly do, something they regularly practice in their activities, whatever they do, is exactly that. They see a challenge that someone is facing, and they use their creative art, they use their creativity to give them a solution, whether it's by making a video like I did, or by making a render, a VFX render. But yeah, so I wanted to be able to emulate that. Once I saw Aaron's problem, I wanted to emulate what Corridor did and maybe help him get out of his creative slump by a um, proposing my idea of giving his challenge a face, and B, emulating what Corridor does. Um, since they are an inspiration for us already, emulating what they do and making something for Aaron and his challenge. Yeah, so that's the reasoning as to why I decided to do this project. And now I'll read to y'all Aaron's thoughts after he watched the video. And actually, the gentleman that you saw in the video on the computer is Aaron, right? We were able to meet up, and he co-starred in the video. He helped act, but he had never seen the final video before. So he did have some thoughts to share. He says, I recognize that part of my stress was seeing my whole team stressed. Truthfully, it wasn't just me that was having creator's block. The project we've been working on is really ambitious, and it's really knocked the wind out of us. As the leader of my team, I naturally felt responsible for our lack of progress, and before I knew it, I found myself swept up in a whirlpool of negativity. To add to it, my team and I have been so laser focused on constructing this project specifically that we've been blocking out any other imaginative and creative ideas unrelated to our project. Like Emmanuel said, however, like I said in a post I made earlier this week, creativity must flow freely. I have lost sight of the fact that creativity, the great kind at least, can't be forced. I should have taken a step back or two to relax, watch something funny, eat something good, go somewhere fun. Creativity and inspiration come to you naturally when you are just being natural, being human. This Anti-Muse project was a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Star Wars reference for those of y'all who know. It was just the detachment that I needed to take my mind off my work for a bit, and upon return, I found myself having a few ideas. So thank you, Emmanuel, for taking time out of your week to help me find my way. And thank you to anyone watching or reading for listening to my tale of woe and now hope. So those were Aaron's thoughts. But yeah, I'd say that overall, I'm glad to have done this for another creative. It was an act of solidarity for me because I know exactly what it feels like, or if not solidarity, empathy, I think is the better word. It's an act of empathy because I know exactly what creative slump is like. It's awful, right? You don't know what to do, don't know what you're going to do next for your project. But I'm glad that I was able to pool my time, my spare time and resources into helping another. And yeah, it sounds like Aaron and his team have a direction to go in. So at the end of the day, that's what we're going to call a success. And also, that is looks like we've passed 10 minutes, and that's great. Awesome. So I want to give big thanks to anyone who tuned in. But yeah, feel free to click the link. If you can't click it, simply copy paste into your browser the transmedia.myportfolio.com page. That on that website you'll find all the information for the story, right? Back to the posts, I link back to the post. I think I'll have the video uploaded there as well. And if you want to contact me, feel free to. Yeah, big thanks to anyone who tuned in. and I'll sign off from there.